Ladies and gentlemen, for the 741st time, it is the Mason and Friends Show featuring the Black Hand of Mike, a.k.a. El Megalito.
Yeah.
Me, I am Mason, a.k.a. El Mahoney. Welcome to the Mason and Friends Show.
What's happening, y'all? What's good out there today?
Just a little dual, just the two of us episode here to start off things here for the session this week.
Yep. So this is technically kind of pre-Easter-ish day today.
Yeah, I think I'm
happy pre-Easter or happy Jesus Zombie Day, whichever way you want to call it.
I look at it like this episode's going to drop at 4:20 on Jesus Zombie Day.
Okay.
I'm not going to post it up new because I don't want to throw off our rhythm too much.
Gotcha.
Like on episodes where we do Sunday early, like I will do like a 2 o'clock or a 3 o'clock release because like it's close enough, I figure.
Gotcha.
But like we're so far out in front, I don't want to like throw people's expectations off too far.
Well, happy Easter.
Happy Zombie Jesus Day to you.
Whatever you want to call it. If you're celebrating, if you're not celebrating, if you're just fucking going to a cookout, eating some good food.
Maybe you're listening on the Monday afterwards, or perhaps it's been months since Easter.
That's also true. Either way, happy day to you all.
I hope you're having a great day, whether you're religious or not, whether you're white or black, whether you're old or young, whether you're gay or straight.
Try to enjoy your life. I don't want to say enjoy your life because some people have a rough one right now.
Right.
So try and get some enjoyment out of life.
Right. Make the effort to try to improve things, and life will start to suck less. You just got to like recognize what you got to improve.
Yep. Because man, adulthood is one of the most fucked up hoods to be in.
Yeah. It's probably the most dangerous hood of all the hoods.
Yeah, gotta be.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
It leads to a whole lot of bad things.
Yeah, it could.
It can.
You know, it all depends on how you navigate through it. Now, I ain't knocking it. So what did you say you was going to wait for to holler at about? You said you had some email.
I had an email that I sent. It was some stupid ass show or a movie or something. Hold on, let me get my thing. I'm going to email it to you.
Gotcha.
There's no underscores in the J-Rod?
Nah.
All right,
it's all one word on that joint.
Yeah.
Because this week it's been pretty kind of just hectic. All I've been doing is just working and fucking doing shit on, doing my motherfucking voiceover shit this whole fucking week, classes. So not too much going on in the world for me this week. Just trying to keep doing the little bits by little bits and making shit happen here in my world.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I just been trying to continue to finish things up. I'm getting pretty pleased with the way my videos are showing up here for the episodes. So I'm starting to feel like they look like I want them to look.
Yeah.
A lot more and more as far as the quality of cuts and such, the back and forths. Now, this email, this is something I got off the MSN. Oh, motherfucker.
I'm about to say I was waiting for it to come through.
Now it says it no longer exists, so I don't even know. Maybe I'll have to read it off of my email because it was some fucked up shit. There's this Aubrey Plaza claims director told her to masturbate, quote, like it says on the script. Now this is
Wait a minute.
Right.
Hold on.
Right.
Okay, I got Aubrey Plaza. I didn't know who the hell she was. Now I'm looking at her.
Yeah, I'm not sure who she is either, but she's cute enough.
Her.
She's attractive enough.
She played in, I don't know if any of y'all ever watched this show called Legion. It was another Marvel kind of TV show. It was on FX. I know who she is. How times have changed. Okay, let me see what's going on with her.
Yeah, this was I read the article before I sent it to myself to send to you, but all right. Yeah. Page 6, claims director made her masturbate on camera in a resurfaced interview. Here we go. Aubrey Plaza claimed in a resurfaced interview that a movie director forced her to masturbate on camera in a room full of men. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
But hold
Let me
on.
preface my giggles because, like, I'm laughing because it's so unconscionably, like, inappropriate.
Okay, I'm
Like,
gonna let you finish reading because I'm thinking about things here. So she had to masturbate in a room full of guys.
So, Plaza appeared on Conan in 2013 to promote Maggie Carey's raunchy rom-com, The To-Do List, which followed the actress's high school-aged character as she set out to, shall we say, pop various cherries before heading off to college. God damn. I gotta be a hoe before I go to college. Is essentially what this is saying. So, when host Conan O'Brien asked his guests about the scene in which she pleasured herself, Plaza alleged that Carey, the ex-wife of Bill Hader, who was also in the film, instructed her to carry out the task in actuality. And in my head, quote, and in my head, I envisioned a nice scene where you see my hand slowly go out of frame. That's what I thought I was going into, but when I showed up, the camera was mounted on the ceiling, she continued. I was in my underwear and a Bill Clinton t-shirt.
Because it's supposed to be a high school girl going into fucking her college phase.
I don't know. Let's see. So I was in my underwear and a Bill Clinton t-shirt, and there were a bunch of old men smoking. You know, the crew guys. Visibly uncomfortable, Plaza admitted she was joking about the smoking part. I asked the director, what should I do, she recalled, and she said, masturbate, like it says in the script. And then I went and I touched myself. The Parks and Recreation alum added, reiterating that she was caught off guard by the full-body shot, which did not show any of her private parts. Okay, so she really played with herself on camera. Let's see. But then when we did it, I was like, oh no, we're going to shoot it where I do it. Reps for Carey did not immediately respond to Page 6 request for comment. So, yeah, this bitch apparently masturbated on camera, which makes me want to watch it on the movie because, like, I'm a fucking freak a little bit. But, like, at the same time, I'm like, if she didn't want to, like, I don't really want to watch it. You know what I mean?
But
like,
I think part of
I like watching a woman masturbate for the enjoyment of the orgasm she's providing herself.
When you
not because some lady told her she better masturbate on camera.
Sign like a contract to these things, and you done read the script and you know this part's coming up. Like there should be like, yo, what exactly am I going to be doing here?
Right. Maybe that's the question to ask before you sign on to the film.
Because like I remember the interview that Taraji P. Henson had with who was it? It was one of them late night shows, whatever. And they were talking about her scene in Baby Boy where she got to fuck Tyrese and shit like that. And she's like, look, the day before I knew that it was going to be a full
because that's
nude.
the one where he's crying about having to get naked and she's just like, here are my titties.
She was like, motherfucker, you better come on here and fake fuck me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Quit being a bitch and come on.
You better pretend to throw that dick in here.
Yeah. You know what I mean? She's like, man, come on, you crying and shit, man. Quit being a bitch and come on here. I'm the motherfucker with my titties and ass, ass and shit showing. All you got, your dick ain't even on camera.
Right, you're half naked, looking good, all strong and shit with your cut body.
What the fuck wrong with you?
Now, Tyrese has always been like in really good shape, so like, what the fuck does he care?
Maybe
he
got
the baby dick.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Got the worst dick he could have.
He might not be hanging right.
She don't notice. I bump up against her, and you know.
Women notice that shit anyway when you dancing with them. That's why most motherfucking dudes get behind it. They do the grind. If a shorty ever drops it down and comes rubbing up the leg, she's trying to catch the tip to see the dick flip. That's what she's trying to catch in the pants.
Back in the day, I had girls like, it was a good time on the dance floor.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I remember dancing in like pajama wear. Everybody's wearing pajamas at this party. This bitch was grinding on my shit, man. I was like, damn, this bitch gonna make me come in my pants. It was fucking wild.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, women already know what you're working with. You might like how men look at asses, women looking at crotches.
But it's the same thing though. Like, certainly there's like a percentage of everybody that gives a fuck about all of the very specifics.
Oh yeah.
But the vast majority, it's like if you're inside the bell curve of like acceptability, you're fine. But like you're either too big or too small. Like, but most of us are just fine.
Yeah.
And like everybody gets all worried about shit, but when I was young, I guess I worried a little more than I should have. But once I gave a girl a couple of orgasms, I'm like, all right, I got this.
Man,
Like,
look, I ain't gonna
okay,
lie.
this works.
I was good after the first fucking piece of pussy I got. Like, all right, bet.
I think that's what it takes for
You know what I
everybody.
mean? Once you get your first one
you're
off, you're like, all right,
how the
bet.
fuck is this dick gonna do anything for pussy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you bang somebody and you're like, oh shit, this bitch is like coming on my dick. And you're
Right.
like, well, look at that.
All right, cool. I wonder how many more I can make this happen to. All right. If one did it, I know more than one will do it.
Exactly.
You gotta put yourself out there because
Right.
eventually you're gonna fuck with something that's gonna fuck with you.
Right.
Yeah, at
Right.
some point in your life, you know what I mean? And if not, there's always beams to pay because there's motherfuckers out here that be paying for some shit anyway.
Well, look, that's why prostitution should be legal, like the back of my shirt says, because motherfuckers need to get laid sometimes. Like, what would these? Although, man, we've had this discussion before.
Yeah.
Like the right of the prostitute to turn down the client.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how badly are you gonna feel about yourself if you go to a prostitute? You're just an incel, and you're like, man, fuck it. I saved up $1,000. I'm gonna go down to these prostitutes. I'm gonna get two of them, suck my dick at the same time, because that's my fantasy.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
want a blowjob from the same time at two different bitches, and then you go down there and you're like, ladies, I got $1,000. I'm giving each of you $500. I just need a blowjob at the same time, and they're all like, psh, get the fuck out of here. Like, how bad do you feel if the prostitute turns you down? If you're like, and you're spending big bucks.
I don't. You know what? I don't know.
It's like, you know, you're gonna take that dick, get the fuck out of here with it. You better go play with yourself. She's talking mad shit. You must have lost your mind. You think you're gonna give me $500? I'm gonna give you some of this.
See, that's the thing. So okay, yeah, you can turn the clients down, like you can turn away services, but like there's probably, I guess it's probably a wrong way and a right way to do it. Like you be like, you can just straight say, man, fuck you, I ain't fucking with that. Or be like, you know what? I know somebody that can fuck with this. Here's their fucking number.
Like I give you a recommendation.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna recommend you go to here because I can't handle
I ain't
this.
fucking you, but I know a hoe that will.
Exactly. You know, let's do recommendations instead of fucking just straight out, flat out, fuck you.
Like, what if-
if you got a woman coming to you and you don't like the way her shit look, like this man over here, you know, he was like something about he couldn't deal with like the roast beef flaps and shit like that. He's like, nah, I can't deal with that or whatever. You know what I mean? So he's like, nah, I can't fuck with you. You know, but I know somebody that would. Here's their number. You know, I can't handle this.
But is that the way it would like work? Like you have like detailed, like okay.
I don't
like,
know. Maybe
if you
gotta
want
have
to do
some specifics.
Maybe if we legalize prostitution when I get elected president, perhaps we have a government-funded, like TikTok kind of thing or Tinder type of thing. You know, Bumble, Tinder blend,
yeah.
like the best of both worlds, but it's prostitution based, where you go in there and you're like, I'm willing to pay X amount for these certain acts. I'm willing to do X amount for these certain acts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Have a freelance site here, like, okay,
I am
this
an
is
active,
what they can do.
Right, I'm an active client as well as prostitute. So you could go in there and be
I
like,
can provide this service for you. I will choke you,
Right.
but I will not slap you.
like
I
I'll
will
show
not
my
spit on you.
I will show my feet to anybody. I'll do whatever freaky weird shit you want
Yeah.
with my feet on the camera for you. You know what I mean? But I might even come down there and do some weird shit if the money's big enough. You know what I mean? Like if there's certain things that I'm not necessarily like into, this doesn't bother me though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, you need somebody, you want somebody to jerk off on their foot? You gonna give me $1,000 to jerk off on my foot? Shit.
Like, all right.
I'm getting it on.
Like, all right.
Let's go.
Like, girl, I want you to do this for me. Like, you know, and there's lanes for this shit because, I mean, they already do it now on OnlyFans. Yeah, I mean, motherfuckers got their OnlyFans shit set up, and like motherfuckers like, yo, walk around like a fucking giant with boots on, you know what I mean?
Right. Build a small scale model city of New York.
Yeah,
Get naked.
yeah.
Knock over the Empire State Building
then use that
come on the
motherfucker,
fucking
yeah.
Chase Bank building or
Yeah.
whatever. Like
And squirting the fucking Statue of Liberty's eye.
how much you gonna give me for this?
Yeah, exactly.
You want me to go down on the Statue of Liberty and then come on its face as well as all over Staten Island? Or
all right, cool.
okay.
No
Like,
problem.
which one's
That's
Staten
all-
Island again?
That's all
right.
you want me to do? Okay, no problem. Got you. Like, OnlyFans has that already.
Right. We're just
But-
talking about scaling it up to like
And
actual.
making it actually fucking feasible that motherfuckers can make shit happen for themselves.
Well, but where it's like,
profitable market.
where it's like, where the OnlyFans girl can be like, look, I can do all these things, and if you want to really spend big bucks, you can actually eat my pussy. You can actually bang me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually do this, or I'm gonna actually do that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because I mean, what if What if you could just go somewhere and let somebody juggle your balls and they give you $500?
Matter of fact, just have
Like, you really not going to take that?
a brick and mortar for fucking safe haven. Like, all right, this is where you come to perform this act. You know what I mean?
A government sanctioned like safe space to go and like have your sexual
all right,
encounters.
so you want to have this encounter with this person? We're going to have a safe space right here for you to do this, so nothing happens to you here. You are protected because we govern this shit right here.
Well, we're looking out for the citizens, and this is a legal thing, and we're going to
we're
provide
making
you
sure that
space
you have your time
in order
with this
to
fucking-
provide you with the safety.
Exactly.
You know,
we know what's going on. So, all right, hey,
well lit, guarded parking garages for
I'm
everyone
here
to park
for my
in.
3 o'clock ass eating.
Right.
Oh, okay, you're
Right.
him. Okay,
I'm here to be tossing
got-
salad.
you got cinnamon tossing your salad today at 3, right? Yeah. Okay, room 308. There you go, sir. You know, here's the key. She's already there waiting for you. You know, we don't allow no weapons and shit on the premises, so that's gonna be done. Bags
Check
are
your
checked.
weapons like it's like 1870 and you're going into town.
You bring your shit in, boom, come back like we're gonna have coat check, you know what I mean? We got continental breakfast if there's an overnight stay.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, we can hook some people up with some
And there
shit.
should be these kinds of options, but it's all a
Exactly.
swipe right or swipe left. So you sit there and you go,
Exactly.
all right, who are the clientele in the area? I'd fucked him, I'd fucked him, I'd fucked him, I'd
Yep.
fucked him. Nope. Yes, no,
Yep.
yes. And then if you match, you're like, oh, bet, okay. Can I
Just
eat
meet
your
at-
pussy? Can I come on your foot? Like,
Meet
what
at Safe
weird
Ha-
shit are we doing?
Meet at Safe Haven, Warrenton. You know what I mean? We have
Yes.
safe havens all
Yes.
around.
Yes.
Meet at Safe Haven, New Jersey, or Camden, New Jersey, you know. Meet at Safe Haven, Ontario, Canada.
Right.
You know, we're going to have Safe Haven set up for you so you're protected. Everybody's going to be safe in this environment right here. We don't take no shit. You know, hey, I got a bitch that's got a shit on my chest today at 4.
Yeah.
Oh, you're that nasty motherfucker.
Yeah, we
Okay.
got a glass table room.
We got you set up in Suite 304 because it's going
It's
to
the glass table special room.
It's
And-
going to retire cleanup, so
Right.
that's a special area.
Well, maybe you set up rooms for something like that where you got
Exactly.
it
Certain
hoses out
fetishes.
real nice.
Yeah.
You can bleach it out real good. There's not a lot of stuff that like retains
Exactly.
moisture. Everything's hard, cleanable surfaces.
You're here for the squirter action. Okay, we got the squirter suite set up for you
like
already.
there's a drain in the middle of the room, like it's
Yeah.
like you rebuild in like an old fucking like mortuary where they've got like drains for the blood and you just run
Yeah,
all
we're
the
just-
cum down the drain.
Get it all squared away,
Right.
boom, and sanitized for the
We
next
run it, cum and
guest.
squirt down the drain.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Now we gotta pay. Now we gotta pay the cleanup crew.
Mike,
Good.
I think the two of us episodes might be a problem.
Because this is think tanking, man. We
This
covered
is
up.
think tank
this is
right
think
here.
tanking right here, man.
This is what would be going on in the Mason administration. Check it out.
Yo, can you imagine that shit?
Yeah.
Being in the Oval Office coming up. Because after we fix all the problems, then we come to the real shit.
Right.
You know what I
How-
mean?
like we've legalized prostitution. Now, how are we
Yeah.
going to actually actualize
We
it?
need to make this shit work. Then we're going to get this infrastructure. We're going to the best roads. U.S. will be #1 again in all categories.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
You know what I mean? Except murder and shit, because guess what? That's going to decline.
Well, when you have
because we got
jobs
shit
and
going
mental health care and all
shit
this kind of
that
stuff.
motherfuckers really fucking need out here, instead of worrying about what the fuck if
See,
Agent
'cause,
Orange is getting
you
locked
know,
up or not.
Prior to the Ukrainian war, I wasn't necessarily for universal health care in the sense that we pay for your health care.
Yeah.
But I'm like, look, if we're gonna fund war with Ukraine at this level, at
if
this
we're
scale,
paying all this goddamn
then
money, why not?
we should be fixing the homeless situation. We should be
Like,
paying for
with
people's
no
health care.
problem.
And these are the things that I'm gonna be able to pay for when I legalize drugs, prostitution, and tax the churches.
Yeah.
Fuck the bullshit. I'm gonna tax all these motherfuckers
Exactly.
and funnel that money into the things that fucking matter
Because
that
man,
help
you
people
got
get better.
motherfuckers already doing this shit on the slide. But if you legalize this shit, guess what? And get taxed out of that shit. Like, all right, cool. Like, matter of fact, I even want this shit. Like, I was talking to a motherfucker the other day. If we know that we're gonna get taxed, we know we gotta pay taxes. Why can't I choose a la carte where my tax money
Right,
goes?
right.
That way, I can hold the people accountable.
Perhaps a percentage.
shit.
Like perhaps, look, all right, we're gonna take 100% of the tax that you owe, but we're gonna give you a say so over 45% of it.
Of where it's gonna go.
Where do
to.
you want you get to pick 45%? So then, if everybody in the country is like, I'm gonna put this toward prostate cancer,
Yeah.
then like maybe R&D in 2 years, prostate cancer is solved. And then, like, you know what I mean?
But
Because,
that
like,
also gives you the power to hold the people accountable. Like, look, I give my tax money to you.
I go 40%
And you
a year on
motherfuckers
prostate
aren't
cancer
doing what
for the
the
last
fuck you're
5
doing.
years, and you have not solved the problem. What are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing with my tax money?
Right.
I need to see the breakdown of what the fuck you're doing with the tax money that's
Because I
coming
feel
in
like
here.
there's like a lack of focus on things.
Oh, yeah, it
it's
is.
always about smoke and mirrors and bullshit.
It
like,
is.
Like,
All fucking day.
we're gonna point out how Trump should go to jail, even though this is the worst case they could have brought against him. Even though every president,
It's not even the worst. It's the weakest fucking case.
It's so weak. That's what I mean. It's the worst case you could have brought
Yeah.
against him. Like we're gonna recycle the same charge 34 times over the course of 11 months.
Yeah.
We're gonna make the transaction, the receipting, and the billing all it's individual
Because
ones per time that it happened over
Most
11 months.
lawyers will tell you that even this shit here is just fucking.
It's grasping at straws.
It's a misdemeanor. It's not going to be no felony.
They're trying to make it a felony because they're trying to tie
but
it to the campaign financing.
with that, you have to prove that fucking this motherfucker had knowledge of this shit going on. All he has to do is say, I
You
don't
have
know.
to prove that his intent was to do it
Yeah.
because of the election specifically,
Yeah.
and not to
And there's no
potentially
proof of that
protect,
shit.
but not to potentially protect his wife and children from shame and
But
all the
see,
things that they can say.
Here's the other thing with all that. When you're famous, you already put your kids out there.
Yeah, but the thing is, those are feasible reasonings.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like they're viable reasonings as to why you could say I did this,
Yeah.
and they're not they're unimpeachable. You can't say,
Yeah.
oh no, you're not concerned about your wife just because I think you're an asshole and you're not concerned about your wife.
Yeah.
Like the thing that irks me about the way people hate on Trump is they presume so much. He's done so much that's clear. You can point to and go, this is shitty and that's shitty. You know what I mean? But like they hate him so much they can't even admit when he did good or didn't do bad. He didn't start a war.
The thing that
The whole
gets
time he
me-
was in. Biden's got us on the brink of World War III. And I'm supposed to vote for him over Trump because Trump's an asshole and Biden is not? I think what other reasoning is there?
The whole shit's a fucking whole goddamn joke because it's like, look, these motherfuckers are too old to be there any fucking way already. Trump's 77 years
Right.
old. Biden's fucking fitting to be 80.
The best thing that could happen is if they both get in trouble
of
for
them
having
die.
classified information and are not allowed to run for president again.
They don't need
That's
to,
the best
like,
case
here's
scenario.
my thing. You shouldn't be able to run for president once you hit retirement age.
Quite possibly, if you're not old enough.
If you're at retirement age,
If you're not old enough to get any other job other than fucking greeter at Walmart, then maybe
Yeah.
you shouldn't be allowed to run fucking
Yeah.
for president.
if you're at retirement age, you shouldn't even be allowed to run.
Yeah.
You got an age limit that you got to be just to run.
I'm not opposed to age limits. I'm for term limits.
Term
I'm for
limits, age limits, all that shit. Because man, like you got to. Do
Two,
you want
two,
to be
two, and two, right? If you could, you
Yeah.
could do 2 terms as vice president, 2 terms as president, 2 terms as senate, and 2 terms as House.
Boom, and keep it simple.
And how many other years do you have in your life? Fuck
Yeah.
you. Move on with your life.
Fucking, do you want to be behind Biden or Trump driving a car as old as they fucking are?
No.
fuck
It's here's the test: is will you get in the car with either of them if you're drunk and you need a ride home?
Oh, I wouldn't do none of that.
I don't want any of them- I don't want either
none
of them to
that.
give me a ride home.
Not at all. Fuck no.
You know?
Nope. Not at all. Sleepy Joe gonna fall asleep.
Right.
And Trump gonna get on my fucking nerves. Shut the fuck up, man.
See, but
Just
that's the
take me
thing.
home.
I think Trump will get me home before Sleepy Joe will.
Absolutely.
But like, I don't think either of them are
But
ideal.
the way the world is set up, man, it's just fucking, it's ridiculous, dumb shit. Like, yo, all these motherfuckers are worried about this motherfucker getting locked up, and now you got people celebrating and
But
protesting.
they're worried about
which
that.
makes no sense.
But they're worried about that when the rest of the world is burning.
That's what I'm saying.
We're on
That's
the
what I don't understand.
We're on the verge of World
The
War III with
dollar is
China.
done.
We're on the
This
verge of
market is
World War
gonna-
III with Russia.
Yeah, the market
They're
is gonna
starting
collapse.
the dichotomy, like the uniparty economy of the world, where we are the reserve
Yep.
currency, is almost over.
About to blow the fuck up.
Yeah, it's
now,
almost
here's the
over.
crazy shit with that. The brick shit, that was actually a copy of what Muammar Gaddafi was doing
Well,
before he was killed.
We killed Gaddafi because he was trying to make an
Because he-
African-centric
yep,
currency.
and that was going to fuck up all the global currency because it was backed by the minerals in Africa.
Yeah. So what are we going to do? We're going to kill him
off,
and create
then
a
we're gonna
slave
have the other
market.
dictatorships do this shit.
Well, we created
And-
the most unstable nation in Africa with
Yep.
Libya now.
Yep.
Now that Gaddafi's gone, like
Yep.
I'm not saying Gaddafi was good, but he's better than the alternative. You know,
But see-
but that's the problem with all this politics shit is it's
That
like
also brings up because you know the guy that who was the guy? The guy that invented
Jesus Christ, the turns we take.
Cash App.
Yeah, that just got stabbed to death in San Francisco.
You know-
because he moved away from San Francisco because he was worried about crime, but then he went for a walk on like a
Yeah.
Tuesday at 2 o'clock in the morning.
So, but-
what are you doing? Are you trying to score? Are you cruising for dick?
But
Like,
look-
what are you doing?
But then now the U.S. now the Federal Reserve is coming out with their own version of Cash App now all of a sudden, and their own version of digital currency after the Bitcoin motherfuckers were all the digital cats were getting killed off.
See, but that's just because they're trying to control what we can and can't
That
do.
exactly is it. That's all it is.
It has nothing to do with anything else other than trying to control.
That's all it is. That is everything right under the sun. Like, come on.
the problem
But
with the-
you're upset because fucking Agent Orange might or might not be going to jail, or he had court today. The fact that these motherfuckers had time in
fact-
their day
the fact
to
that-
come down there and say, free Trump or
Look at-
lock him up.
How about this? How about this? The fact that any court system in this country is taking the time to pursue Trump over, say, Dan Crenshaw and Nancy Pelosi for insider fucking trading. How about you bring up the list
All
of
day.
all of the Congress people that have been
I still want
clearly
the
insider
Epstein
trading?
shit. Like, where is that at?
Dude, please.
What the fuck?
That shit ain't gonna happen because it's
Nah.
gonna implicate the same people that are making all that money in the fucking insider
Not only
trading
the
shit.
same people, it's going to implement all
Fuck
these
you,
motherfuckers.
Congress. Fuck Dan Crenshaw. Fuck Nancy Pelosi. Fuck any Democrat or Republican that's using their fucking position to exorbitantly expand their own wealth while fucking the rest of us in this country.
That's it.
That's all- that's all there is to it.
We're constantly getting dick in the ass or dick down the throat.
That's what I'm saying. You
Either way,
can't-
we're
you can't
getting
tell
this
me
dick.
one-sided-
You're getting this dick.
Yeah, if you don't want some dick, that's too bad because
You
that's
don't
all
get
we
this
offer.
dick. That's all we got. We got dick.
We got right-wing dick and left-wing dick. Where you want your dick? You want it from the right side or the left side?
Because you're getting this dick.
Yeah, you're gonna have to jerk this motherfucker till it comes on your face, whether it's your right or left hand. Make a decision.
Now, see, that probably be like another party. If you a hand job is another party altogether. You know what I mean?
That's my party.
the
Hand job party. Vote for Mason. I'm the first representative of the hand job party.
Because you can use your right or left hand.
Right or left hand, it
You
don't
know what I
matter.
mean? It don't matter.
Because my slogan is right or
job's gonna
left
get
wing.
done.
Right or left wing, same bird.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Say that again. Job gets done. We're getting the job done.
Right or left hand, the job getting done.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
So it could be like, you know how Run Jesse Run, come Mason come. You see? Oh man. Like, we're gonna fuck you, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna be gentle with it. We're not fucking you. We're just having you give us a hand job. So we're
right.
not fucking you over. We're
That's
gonna
right.
get the job done.
You can even make me come on the floor next to you.
Yeah, but guess what? The job got done. Did it not? We're not fucking bending you over
Exactly.
and shoving this motherfucker in your face.
All politics does now is case up a blue balls.
Yeah.
Hey, let me get you some blue balls real quick. Oh, you thought you were going to come, did you? Guess
Nah.
what? You're going to have to vote for me again every 4
Yeah,
years.
it's
I'm
not
going to
even
get you
that.
right up to the edge. Oh, God, oh, God.
They're not letting you fucking come at all. They're letting you fucking just take it. You're abused. We're all Me Tooers right now. You know, we're getting fucked by the government. We're Me Tooers. Like,
The
yo,
whole
goddamn
everybody
country.
is. The whole populace, Democrats,
Yeah.
Republicans,
All
we're all
of
just
us.
getting fucked.
That's it. Constantly. And them motherfuckers up there smoking a cigarette, ashing on your back or your head right now. You know what I mean?
They're like, oh, you don't like it in that one? Well, guess what?
yeah, all right, 4 years later, we can put it in this one. And you're still going to take this motherfucker.
That's right.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Fresh out your ass in your mouth.
That's right.
Yeah,
Oh, guess what? Now you get to clean off this ass.
Yeah.
ATM time. That's all it is.
it.
Whenever the person you didn't vote for gets elected, that's ass to mouth.
Yep, that's it. Yeah.
That's all you're getting, ass to mouth.
Ass to mouth is
There you
what's
go.
happening.
Put your mouth on this doo-doo dick.
It's your shit.
Clean your shit off
Yeah,
this dick.
That's pretty much
American populace.
What the fuck, man?
Oh,
God
you
damn
thought
it.
you were so happy while you were getting it in your ass. Well, guess what? Now it's in your mouth.
Oh, you don't like it there either, huh? Yeah, guess
Oh,
not.
it doesn't taste good. Well, maybe it didn't feel so good in your ass now, did it?
You want it back there again? Okay.
Well, that's good, because that's your only other option.
Yep.
One option or the other, mouth or ass.
Yep.
Make a decision, bitch.
It's gonna get made for you even if you don't make a
That's
decision.
right. Even if you don't, and everybody else is running around telling you how great it is. Oh man, I just love it in the ass. Oh no. Oh, it's so much better in the
no,
mouth.
fuck that, man. I like getting my throat hurt, man. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, when that hit them dangly, what did Cardi B say? Hit that
I don't like
dangly
to
thing
be
in
able
the back
to
of my
breathe.
throat.
What is it? Do you prefer not to breathe, or do you prefer not to take a shit?
Yeah, one of the two gonna happen.
Because we're gonna hold it over you for 4 fucking years.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll just do it to you again, or we'll just completely rip it out ass to mouth time.
Not even fucking using lube. They just pull out that dick and membrane. Like, oh fuck.
Oh Lord, now you've gone too far, Mike.
That's what's happening right now. The dick get ready to come out with membrane on it. Like, fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the country's about to get pink socked. You need to vote Mason in 2024. That's a fucking slogan right there. Right or left wing, same bird, fuck you. Vote Mason 2024. Before we get pink socked as a nation, if you catch my drift. You don't want your fucking anal cavity hanging out of your body as a nation, do you? Because we're right on the edge.
We're right there at it.
I'm trying to help.
Like fucking shit. But life is still good. Still breathing and still making shit happen best
Jesus.
I can.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, man. I'm still trying to do this. I got a job I don't hate right now, so that's really neat.
Yeah.
And, just trying to get better, man.
Like my shit's about to break off into wildness here soon, fucking come about mid-May, everything will be set up and ready for the voiceover shit to pop off. So
that's right, you can hear Mike on a Lexus commercial or some shit.
Hoping to have fucking at least one gig or a commercial or something done by the end of July, you know what I mean? And then continue to build on top of that shit. So, making shit happen. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, doing a little bit for a little bit. Sorry to all my peoples out there that haven't seen me in the past couple of months, but I told y'all after the 1st of January I'm bucking down, so I'm in the house, getting my shit together, man, best I can before I come back out in the world and see what's going on. Because it's really been a incel life here, man, this past couple of months. Like,
nah, but you be getting laid. It ain't like
oh, well, yeah, that's different. But I'm just saying, like, I'm in the house, introvert. Let's put it like an introvert kind of life.
Much better.
I'm in the house chilling.
You can't relate to incels, but introverts you can.
Yeah, I'm just in the house doing my thing. Like, I come home, do my shit, and eat my dinner, watch something on TV to make myself just disassociate with shit in the world. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck did I watch the other day? This movie called Luther with Idris Elba, which
it's about Luther Vandross?
No. He's a detective named Luther. He's like a fucking badass Sherlock Holmes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like the motherfucker, it's like Sherlock Holmes and Alex Cross meet each other. And the movie was good, but apparently there was a TV show that I'm like, if the movie was good, I
was like based on the TV show.
It's actually based on like a book, or some shit like that, or some character somebody made. BBC production, you know what I mean? So I'm like, well, fuck, I'm gonna probably check out.
Man, BBC gets down.
I love me some BBC shit.
Like, I still have not watched the last season of Peaky Blinders.
I gotta watch Peaky Blinders. Everybody keeps saying that motherfucking shit is the shit.
It's the shit.
Like, I got it in my queue to watch, which I might start that this week.
When I was in Vegas and I had my surgery and shit, I laid on my back and watched Peaky Blinders for like, 3 weeks straight or something.
Yeah.
Like, because the thing I'm going to recommend to you is you use closed caption. Because
I always do.
That's hardcore British. And like, I like stuff like that because I really do like to emulate accents and things.
Yeah.
But like, you need it to keep up. Like,
see, I got into this habit.
So they get going on all that quick shit.
Yeah, I got in the habit when I was little to watch shit with captions on it. Like I rather, because I watched the old.
What are you, illiterate?
The old what is it? The kung fu flicks and shit like that.
Yeah.
And what I learned was they were always better when they were done in either Mandarin or Cantonese. So I cut on the fucking subtitles because I'm like, it's better for me to read what's happening so I don't have to worry about the dubbed over shit that doesn't match. I'd rather have those actors and their accent and their fucking language saying their shit. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. I'm telling you, it's a fucking beautiful thing once you get your literacy on, ladies and gentlemen. The mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Check them out. Stars and cars, play electric guitars, or cops that work hard.
What? This was a hard joint for motherfuckers like, check them out. Yeah. I remember that shit being little when that motherfucker came out and that joint was tight.
Dude, that's why I always play it, because that's from when we were children, and like, we all identify with it.
They don't have shit like that no more. We had Reading Rainbow.
Dude, but we don't encourage people to read because we don't want, as a nation, we don't want people that think.
Yeah.
We want it.
Rockefeller said that shit. I'd rather have a nation of workers than a nation of thinkers.
Absolutely.
Because if they're thinking, they're going to succeed and not fucking do the work that we need them to
well, but that's what we've cultivated with our educational system.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, be a drone, don't think outside of the box, you're gonna get in trouble.
And that's why they took away those programs like art and music and shit like that. Like, you took away the creative juices.
Well, like,
it spurs critical thinking.
And also, right, because you're critiquing yourself.
Yeah.
And self-critique is something that is sorely lacking in our country right
Yes,
now.
yes.
And our species, where like everybody's like, no, I did it right.
Yeah.
You're the reason this is wrong.
Yeah.
Not me.
You're wrong because you think this way.
Right.
No, we all can think differently.
That's the
and
thing.
still
You
get
don't
along.
you don't agree with me, therefore you're wrong. Like
Yep.
that's inherently wrong for the most part, unless it's truly like a factual based thing. 2 + 2 = 4.
Yeah.
No, it's not 5, Teddy. It's fucking 4.
Like with them motherfuckers, I see motherfuckers arguing about this shit. I don't know if it's been going on, but here lately, a lot of shit's been coming on my feed about fucking people arguing like, what's a woman and what's a man, and can women have can men have babies? And motherfuckers like, yes, they can. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's so sad because it's like the people that tell us they believe in science want to try to force things down our throat that we know goes against science.
Yeah.
So like my issue is like I want everybody to be happy. If you identify as a woman, that's great.
Yeah, that's
if you
your thing.
identify as a man, that's great. Whether you were born that way or not, I don't particularly care how you identify.
Yeah.
The only thing culturally that I see as a significant issue is the sporting issue.
That's it.
But that's it. It's literally it.
Sport
Like,
and bathroom, maybe.
I
Sport
don't.
and bathroom.
No, because look at bathrooms. The people that are predators,
Well,
the people that are predators are
yeah.
gonna cost your children regardless of how they identify.
That's also true.
And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
95, 98, 99% of the people that identify a certain way don't want anything to do with your children.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
people that do regardless of how they identify. And to like try to espouse, it's like saying like people that are into guns want to shoot people.
Yeah.
People that are into abortion want to have abortions.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
these are not necessarily. There might be 5% of people that have a gun that are walking around going, I wish a motherfucker would.
Yeah.
And there might be some hoes walking around fucking everybody they can, like, I hope I get pregnant so I can abort it. But
Yeah,
those people
but
are
that-
few
I think
and
it's even
far
less than
between.
5%,
It might be
honestly,
0.5%.
Yeah,
It might be
something like that, yeah.
0.05%.
Yeah.
But the problem is that the people that are on one side of the issue or the other will take the stance that the majority of the people that are on the opposite side of them are into it for illicit, bad,
But see,
what should be criminal reasons. And that's not why they're doing
You
it.
got, and people always say this, you got far left and far right now are the problem. And the motherfuckers that are left and right are bucking to their fucking extremist sides. And I'm like, quit fucking. Everything has an extreme side to it. Everything, race, religion, whatever the fuck case may be, everything has an extreme side to it. But when I talk to people, and I talk to a bunch of people every fucking day, majority of motherfucking people think like we do.
Right.
Majority of people that I've talked to, and I talk to a vast majority of people, think the same way. So when I'm hearing this shit, I'm like, I think it's a very small percentage
It's the vocal minority.
that are fucking just loud about shit.
Right. And they're the ones that have always swayed things because the majority of people are like, can I just fucking go to work
Like, man,
and go
just
home
shut
and
the
jerk
fuck up.
off?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like most people don't want to get involved.
Yeah.
And therein lies the real problem is that we've made it like such a chore to be involved that
Yeah.
nobody wants to be involved. Plus, we've made our public education so poor that most people can't even conceptually conceive of what the real problems are.
Yeah.
All they can do is be told by the
Like-
Twitter feed or the MSNBC or the Fox News.
You gotta cut on the TV or go on your motherfucking social media feed to find out what you gotta be mad about.
But that's why you need to really try as hard as you can to diversify your inputs.
That's the other thing too. It's like, yo, you gotta fucking take the time to yourself. You can't have somebody telling you to be mad about this today.
Well, like I like to watch people that I disagree with sometimes, or people that I
you
find
have to
obnoxious.
because you want to understand what they're fucking thinking.
Yes,
In a sense, you're like, okay. And
yeah.
then sometimes you got, you know what? That's actually a valid point that you
well,
made.
it's like I watch.
The rest of the shit didn't make sense, but that one
I'll watch,
point that you said
I'll
makes
watch
sense.
Bill Maher and I'll disagree with him about 70% or 60% of what he says. But when I agree with him, I'm like, man, I fully agree with you. And that's how it is with most people.
That's how.
Like,
That's,
I
and
agree
that's
with,
how it is with everything.
right.
though.
I agree with 50 to 70, or I disagree at 50 to 70% of what most people say.
'Cause
But the
it's
30
funny.
to 50% that I agree with them on, I wholeheartedly agree with them on.
Yeah.
But the issue is that all of the things that I think are not represented adequately by either of the
Anybody's.
parties.
Because
Neither.
see, that's the thing, like when I talk to people and they're like, you know, when all this shit started happening with Agent Orange, fucking people were like, you know,
Donald Trump.
Yeah, people were like, oh, this motherfucker, this motherfucker, this. I'm like, look, I don't like the man myself personally. I don't. You know, that's my opinion. But there were some things that the motherfucker did that worked. But there's also a bunch of shit that didn't. And that's anybody.
Right.
I said,
right.
And they're like, oh, then you support Joe Biden. I don't support that motherfucker either.
Exactly. The problem is
and
that
people want to fucking label you as something.
They want to pigeonhole you into one side or the other.
And it's like, that's not how that works.
I don't fit. You're trying to put a square peg into a round or a star-shaped hole, and I am neither.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I agree with maybe 30 to 40% of what either party says.
Yeah.
And outside of that, I'm more annoyed often with the process.
Yes.
Than I am the actual individuals, because I expect from the individuals. Like, I've been paying attention since I was 5 years old to politics.
Yep.
I remember the Dukakis-Bush election of 1988. Yep. I was 6 years old.
Yep.
I remember the lead up to that. I was 4, 5, 6 years old during all of that. Okay, I vividly remember this shit because George Bush was the white guy because he had white hair.
Yeah.
That was how I thought of it. Dukakis had the black hair.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't identify with all of this stupid shit that everybody likes to like make as their primary reason for voting against or for someone.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it's truly like a guttural instinct. Like, I'm irked as fuck right now because between Trump and fucking Biden, I probably got to vote Trump because Biden, he's awful.
I need somebody to run. We need somebody to run against both of these motherfuckers.
Right. Like Mason 2024.
There needs to be a fucking handful of motherfuckers coming out right now and saying,
well, there need to be viable third and fourth party options. There need to be people in the debates. Because if Jesse Ventura was in the debates, he'd win. He'd fucking win.
Yeah.
Like regardless, because most people couldn't argue enough against him to convince themselves not to vote for him.
Yeah.
They'd be like, fuck. This guy's fucking right.
Yep.
I disagree with him on a lot of things, but he's fucking right.
Yep.
And that's the issue, is that people can't admit that. Like, the things that Trump's right about, I'm willing to admit he's right about. The things he's wrong about, I'm willing to admit he's wrong about. But I'm also that way about Joe Biden, Barack Obama, George Bush. Like, I'm not caught up. The thing is, it's like... everybody, they've sports teamed it.
Yeah,
it's A or B. It's not.
And then that's the other thing. It's not only sports team. Now you got motherfuckers that are like paddy wagoners. So like, I'm gonna jump on this bandwagoners. Like, I'm gonna jump on this bandwagon here. And that's what happens when you get down to like your final fucking. That's what happened with fucking Biden. Like, all right, he quote unquote beat everybody out of the shit to be the fucking leader of the Democratic Party. Now all the Democrats got to jump on the bandwagon. No, fuck that. Why you gotta jump on the bandwagon?
Well, but they cheat anyway. They cheat anyway. If they hadn't fucked Bernie out of it in 2016, he would have fucking beat Trump.
Yeah,
Bernie would have beat Trump
with no problem.
Like, he would have handily beat him. And there's so many people that can't even admit that.
And it blew me off because I'm like, yo, how did fucking Bernie get beat by fucking Biden? That doesn't make any sense to me. But that's who they chose.
Because the establishment cheated for him.
Exactly. And that was like a blatant smack in everybody's face. The majority of people that fucking like Bernie were similar thinking.
They were more close to Trump than they were Biden.
Yeah.
And that's why Trump won, because there was enough people that were willing to vote for him over Hillary.
Yep. Yeah.
And but that's because they literally ran over Bernie, the least appreciated human being of the last 50 years of politics.
Yep.
The most unappealing,
and they fucking
obnoxious,
keep on dogging the shit out of even today. They
keep whipping that horse, man. And they want her to come back around.
They want to beat him down so bad. I'm like, God damn, bro. Like, well, I mean, he takes it.
Oh, he's. You mean Biden?
No. I'm talking about fucking Bernie. Like, they beat the shit out of him constantly.
Bernie is.
But again, he's at that age limit. Like,
he's spineless, though.
Yeah.
That's his issue. Like, he might have ideas that are worthwhile, but he's spineless.
He don't fucking come with the force.
But he's the reason why half of my fucking political platform has solidified as it has, because I watched the episode with him on Rogan, and Rogan kept asking him these questions, and he was so non-committal to realistic answers that I was like, I'm literally coming up with answers to Rogan's questions while you're waffling around.
Yeah.
That's why I want to take the money that I get off of the tax dollars from legalization of drugs, prostitution, and churches, or taxing the churches and taxing prostitution and taxing drugs, and using that money to funnel it into the infrastructure and funnel it into mental health and funnel it into ways to help the homeless and building places for people to live and giving people the option of being a little bit transitory in this country, where it's like, hey, you want to work on the Federal Railroad Company for a while? We'll we'll let you stay here and put money towards somewhere you can buy a place.
And on top of that, you're learning a skill that's benefiting fucking us as a whole.
Skilled trade is a good thing. People want to act like the people that are local to this neighborhood should be the ones working on this skilled labor job. Maybe, but they need to have the skilled labor skills
back like when
to do that skilled labor job.
You had to fucking take off with the automotive industry out there in Detroit and shit. Like everybody worked in a factory out that bitch, you know, building fucking cars. And then the machines came in, you know, they were like, oh, we found a cheaper way to do it.
Well, but also what they did was they sent everything out of the country. Like when Bill Clinton was trying to pass NAFTA when I was a little boy, I remember thinking, this doesn't make any sense. Why do you want to send jobs outside of the country? Like, we need jobs, right? That's just like a basic principle. And when you send them away because you want them to be cheaper so that we can get the stuff for cheaper, but like now we're all poor. And then like it's a continued action. Like Barack, the worst thing Barack ever did was cash for clunkers. Like the marketplace right now for automobiles is fucking psychotic.
It's ridiculous.
The amount of money people want for cars makes your head explode. But you know why? Because we took millions of viable, cheap, inexpensive cars off the market because we had a fucking green agenda based platform that Obama wanted to run through. So you bring your car in, we'll give you a bunch of money for it, but then we're going to explode it and make it non-functional. They ran fluid through every engine, every car that got traded under cash for clunkers to make it non-functional. You can't take the parts off and sell them to people that need the parts because all the parts are ruined now. Like, we're going to crush all these cars. We're going to take them off the market. If you really want to help people, when I get fucking elected, if I do anything even close to similar to that, I'm going to take every fucking car that gets traded in and I'm going to donate it to poor people that need cars to get the fucking jobs. Like, how
then you got
and everybody runs around fucking tooting this fucking cocksucker's horn like he's worth a shit when he's clearly in the pocket of big fucking business. Fuck Barack Obama, fuck George Bush, fuck Donald Trump, and fuck Joe Biden and any other fucking president I've seen in my life. George Bush Sr.,
Clinton,
fucking
Reagan.
Bill Clinton, Ronald Reagan, and every other piece of shit. Only one I've ever liked is Kennedy. Only one I've ever liked is Kennedy.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
I think Kennedy had us in the right direction, and you know why?
And that's why.
Then they shot him. Just like they'll do me if I ever get fucking elected. Fuck
because he was doing good. That same thing with his brother. The same thing happened to his brother. He was on a roll.
100%. All we did in the 60s was ruin our chance for humanity.
But
we killed every leader that was out to unify us as a people.
Here's the thing.
Every leader got killed.
It wasn't even the government part, and that was the fucking the money, because business runs America. It's not government. Business is what runs America. The motherfucking the 14 top families, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the fucking all them motherfuckers that had already put this into play, because they're like, you know what, we're going to control this. Rockefeller controls the media.
Problem is that people like Kennedy and Martin Luther King,
they knew the deal,
and MLK. No, I'm sorry.
Martin Luther King is MLK.
Malcolm X. Excuse me. Pardon me. I'm drunk.
Yeah.
But like, these people were the folks that were trying to take us to a better space.
Yeah.
Every single one of them got killed. Yep. You know who? By the establishment.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't some individual.
Because it's like, wait a minute, people are listening to you and you're making sense to people.
Right.
And people are like, and that's the quote unquote woke.
Mike, that's part of why I hope I never get famous. I never get this thing popping, because I will get myself shot, because these are my principles I've been speaking of for 20 fucking years. Are the reasons I don't want kids. Like this whole fucking system is so fucked that like, I am willing to like stand up constantly forever and say, I don't care what side you're on, who you're voting for. If you're truly committed to that party, you are in the wrong. Republican or Democrat, right or left, if you are truly committed, if you are a card-carrying member, if you are putting in dues, if you're paying money to a Republican or a Democrat, you are part of the problem. Because you think that your side is correct and the other side is wholeheartedly wrong.
Yep.
And the shades of gray are so fucking thick that you're unwilling to look at reality. You're only willing to adhere to your party's dogma.
The constant bickering is not getting anywhere, which is why we're in the boat we're in.
Yeah.
Like, hey, guess what? If you go out there and bust a nut with legal prostitution, your world gonna be better. If you go out there and smoke weed that's legalized, your world gonna be better. You know what I mean?
And ladies and gentlemen, with that said,
Bust
We're gonna
nuts, smoke some trees.
We're gonna have to bring this episode of the Mason and Friends show to a close.
Happy Easter.
We'd like to thank you so much for listening. Enjoy your zombie Jesus Day.
Pet a bunny.
That's right. Say what's up to people. Be nice to people that look like you. Be nice to people that don't look like you. Don't be a dick.
Little bits by little bits, ladies and gentlemen. Keep moving forward.
That's
We
right.
are.
Keep grinding on the shit that you're trying to get done, because that is how things get done.
We believe in you.
And don't forget, we love you very, very much.
Love y'all.
We wish you nothing but the best.
All day.
And peace be with you.
Gone.